point blank period, now, on this day, I want to tell y'all that 1501 trying to tell me I can't put out no music. One don't want me to put out no music, and I've been seeing a lot of little shit on the internet. Motherfuckers be talking shit, and it's real crazy because all I did was ask to renegotiate my contract. Then it became a big old thing. When I signed, I didn't really know what was in my contract. I was young. I think I was like 20. And I didn't know everything that was in that contract. So when I got with Roc Nation, I got management, real management. I got real lawyers. And they was like, do you know that this is in your contract? And I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy. No, I didn't know. So I'm not mad at 1501. I wasn't upset because I'm thinking in my head, oh, well, everybody cool. We all family. It's cool. It's nice. Let me just ask them niggas to renegotiate my contract. Soon as I said I want to renegotiate my contract, everything went left. Like, it just all went bad. It all went left. So now they telling the bitch that she can't drop no music. It's really just like a greedy game. Like, it's really just real greedy. Wasn't trying to lead a label. Wasn't trying to not give nobody money that they feel like they entitled to. I just want to renegotiate some shit. I'm not a greedy person. I'm not a person that like confrontation. I'm not a person that's a bitch. Like, I work with everybody, and I'm nice, and I'm real family oriented. But niggas gonna be niggas, and they gonna be greedy, and they gonna be shady. And I see the shit that people be that can't be saying about me, and I'll be like, damn. Well, since you got so much to say, why you just won't tell them? Why you mad? You mad because I don't want to roll over and bow down like a little bitch, and you don't want to renegotiate my contract. Niggas be like, oh, yeah, they made Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion was Meg Thee Stallion before I even got over there. I've been rapping, been freestyling, been doing me, been made. So how the fuck can y'all say a nigga made me? Niggas don't even care about what's right. They care about money in the end, and it's a greedy game, man. So y'all don't see no music from Meg Thee Stallion, it's because
check it out now. If y'all told me that the people who was repping this hot girl summer couldn't read a contract, I wouldn't be motherfucking surprised. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, Meg Thee Stallion, the leader of the hot girl summer movement, the twerk queen, is out here basically saying she can't put out music. Okay, you guys heard pretty much a long sobbing. I don't know if she got the coronavirus or she's just sad because she got finessed, but pretty much she went on Instagram Live to say, yo, I can't put out no more music. My label won't let me put anything out. Now, I'm going to try to bring some clarity to this whole thing because we hear this from time to time from different artists, and a lot of times we as the fans tend to think, oh my God, this is the biggest injustice going on in the world, right? And I'm here to tell y'all, based on more things that I've learned, just even really being exposed to labels and artist feuds, that it's usually not the case. Let me give y'all a couple examples. Whether it's Wayne, whether it's Uzi, whether it's Meg Thee Stallion, whether it's Juicy J, who recently called out Columbia, then he said it was cool 10 minutes later, these artists realize they have something that a label will never have. They have the trust of the people, they have the fans believing in them, and when shit doesn't get handled correctly behind closed doors, they bring it publicly, and they tell one side of the story. Also, we have people like Tory Lanez. Interscope recently paid him off supposedly to get him to shut up. But in reality, the music industry is really twofold. It's not only the artists who are usually looking for a big bag up front or the best opportunity, but it's also the labels on the back end who are looking for the most security if they blow up an artist. They want to keep an artist forever, okay? They want the most amount of music put out by that artist on their label. Now, let me explain what's going on with Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion was signed to 1501, and she still is signed to 1501. It's a small indie independent record label that was funded by a guy who had a professional baseball career. So he had some millions from baseball. He said, let me fuck around with the music. He's from out of Houston as well. And he basically put up some money for this label. They signed Meg Thee Stallion. She wasn't popular as much then, but she was kind of making a little traction locally. She ended up gaining a lot of steam online and then blew up. Now, in the process of her blowing up, which is very standard, the small record label, which is not a major, listen, you got to realize this industry, you have to be well connected. You can't really get to certain things no matter how much money you have if you're an outsider. So her small label, 1501, then does a deal with 300, which is known as a more recognizable label, which is powered by industry figureheads that have led Def Jam or led other labels for years. We're talking about Lear Cohen. We're talking about Kevin Liles. Okay? Now, the small label, 1501, does a deal with 300 to get her more visibility and that she could have a better chance to win. Now, she has to sign off on it. So she has to sign off on everything, right? However, she probably got another big bag. So she got a small bag from 1501, a big bag, you would imagine, from 300. But even then, 300 still try to call themselves independent, even though when you look at the connections they have, they're kind of not, okay? They're just like, they're called with like a mid-major. However, let me speed the story up a little bit. Recently, as she took off last year, other big labels been saying, whoa, she could be a commodity. You got to realize, people want the next Nicki Minaj. People want the next Cardi B. That's why so many people are mad at Atlantic. Atlantic got the hot chick. She's making a lot of money. The female market, to have a female rapper to sell a lot, that shit is like diamonds. Everybody wants it and everybody thirsts to have it. So when a indie label like 300, quote unquote, right, gets Meg Thee Stallion, other people and other labels start to think about poaching her. Just like people have thought about trying to take Nicki Minaj from Cash Money and Universal. However, Universal, they always kept her happy. Now, here's the people who's trying to get Meg Thee Stallion. It's Roc Nation. Yes, Jay-Z, Hova, whatever you call him. His label / management group / sports management group, they're involved in signing people as well. Now, if you're wondering, who the fuck is on Roc Nation? Roc Nation boasts the likes of Vic Mensa, Casanova. However, they are a part of Jay-Z. They're connected to everything Jay-Z's been connected to. They're also connected to Live Nation. Got a lot more power, a lot more leverage, and if you've seen recently, they have been involved in this poaching business. Wayne got a problem? Oh, we're here to help you, Wayne. Really, they're trying to sign Wayne themselves. Then they see Uzi having a problem. Hey, Uzi, we're here to sign you as well. They're trying to sign Uzi themselves. Now we're seeing with Meg Thee Stallion. Hey, Meg Thee Stallion, we're here to help you as well. Meg Thee Stallion, they're trying to sign Meg Thee Stallion as well. Now, they're doing the same thing with Meg Thee Stallion as they did with Uzi. They're quote-unquote managing her. Okay, so they're managing Meg Thee Stallion just like they manage Uzi because Uzi's still on Generation Now, right? If you're a small label, you hit gold, you're not going to let a big label just snatch your artist away from them, even if that artist like Uzi gets online to say, yo, my label that I originally signed to ain't paying me, robbing me, ain't putting out my music. Basically, if you are someone who invested when it was nothing, you will not let somebody else bull you out the situation when it becomes something. And that's what we're having here, people. Okay? Now, do I believe Meg Thee Stallion does want to renegotiate? No. I don't think she wants to renegotiate and stay in 1501. By the way, she fired her management team. She is now with Roc Nation. She wants to bring all her label dealings to Roc Nation, just like Uzi wants to do it too. Okay? However, Generation Now on Uzi's side and also 1501 on Meg Thee Stallion's side say, no, we found you. You were no one before us. We're not going to just let you go to Jay-Z and go have a good time and pop champagne and basically we get screwed out of all your future earnings because without us, you wouldn't be you. And they do have a point. Now, here's the thing that happens that hurts the artist and hurts the fans. And that's why you have Meg Thee Stallion making this video. Even though a artist could publicly shame a record label, they could make all type of statements, free me, free Uzi, free Meg Thee Stallion, free this, free that, and people will look at the label as evil. The label only kind of has one leverage. They own the rights. So basically, if they feel like you aren't trying to operate within the terms of the contract that they signed with you and you're trying to leave, or they feel like someone else, Roc Nation, is interfering, they might say, hey, until we get back on one accord and until we start working as we used to work, none of your music could come out. Because you have to realize, it doesn't help a label to not put out an artist's music. So really, it's cutting off your nose to spite your face. So if Generation Now ever prevented Uzi from putting out music, or 1501 ever prevented or is preventing Meg Thee Stallion from putting out music, it's cutting off their nose to spite their face, and it's probably to make the bigger point of saying, hey, we have to get a lid on this now before our artists get snatched. And you have to realize, if a label doesn't put out music, they don't make money. So they would want more Uzi music out. They would want more Meg Thee Stallion music out. And this is a fine game they play. So as I watch this, I can't just say, oh my God, I just feel so bad for her. And by the way, did I expect her to read the contract? I mean, I expected her to, but honestly, that's why you hire a lawyer. That's why you should have a lawyer when you're signing a record deal. And that lawyer could tell you what's in it, what isn't cool. And when you agree to it, you agree to everything in the contract. Not some things and not others. But I will say renegotiation is a very popular thing. I will say as well, though, what artists say is not always what's going on. Recently, Carl Crawford of 1501 linked up with Jay Prince. Yes, Jay Prince, the same guy who Drake fucks with a lot. And Jay Prince basically says, I see a lot of y'all trying to screw my little homie, Carl Crawford, out of his dealings with this artist. And basically, he was talking to the likes of Roc Nation, and he basically said, listen, he now has an ally in me. I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. And honestly, that's the game that's being played here. I believe Meg a little bit because I do believe as an artist she wants her music out. But I also believe the business plays that's happening in the background. Roc Nation wants to sign Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion's probably thinking, I could do a lot of things even more on Roc Nation. Okay? And then you have the same situation with Uzi. So I have to take it with a grain of salt. Okay? I don't think Meg Thee Stallion is completely innocent. And when I say that, I mean, I do think she's trying to leave the label and breach her contract. Yes, of course. It's more lucrative for her at this point. People fire managers after signing long deals with them when they blow up because they see another manager who can get them a Super Bowl commercial. Yes, you breach your contract, but you see a big opportunity, so you're jumping ship. But I also don't think the label is just scummy and don't want to put out their music. Just doesn't make sense because they make music, they make money when they put out music. What's probably trying to happen here is a lot of angling to see how this is going to get worked out. Honestly, just like I heard with even like Roc Nation and even supposedly with the Wayne thing, well the Uzi and Roc Nation and Wayne and Roc Nation. Listen, 1501 might just ask Roc Nation for a check. Just like I heard if it was supposed to be settled at that time, you know, of course, Universal settled it with Wayne and Birdman. Birdman looked at Roc Nation and said, yo, cut us the check. Cut us the check if you want this nigga. If you really want him, cut us this big check. And a lot of times, you have a label like Roc Nation maybe not wanting to do that, or at least wanting to explore other options until they're forced to. Same thing with Uzi. And of course, you remember Uzi's tied up in the Atlantic system as well. Atlantic ain't giving that up. Just like how Universal ain't giving up Wayne. You know why? Market share. When they got Wayne, when Atlantic, which is owned by Warner, has Uzi, it's called market share. Why would you give that up to Roc Nation? Roc Nation is trying to get in the game, just like how Jay-Z has Tidal, trying to get into the streaming game. And you know how they're trying to do it? By trying to acquire market share. Hey, we're going to bring this exclusive thing to our platform. They just want you to come over there that they could get some market share because that's leverage. Right now, Roc Nation, great name. They're good at managing, right? They're good at managing from what I've heard. But as a label, who have they really blew up? Y'all tell me. Y'all get the comments, but you guys like them, subscribe. Listen, again, I'm not against Meg Thee Stallion, and I don't blame her all the way for not reading her contract, even though you should read everything you sign, but sometimes these things could get very complicated. But I will say, don't ever think when an artist comes out crying like this, they're not trying to go on to another situation and they literally just want to get let out of a contract for free. And in the music industry where people invest millions into you, you don't get to just walk away scotch-free, even if you give them back the million they invested, right? Nobody wants to invest in a business only to get your money back, like, straight up. They want to get their money back times 100. So we will see what happens. All right, again, comments, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I hope this video isn't too long for you. I haven't been on here in a second, so if this video is too long for you and you got to this point and said, shut the fuck up and wrap it. But if this video was like a good length for you where you felt I explained a bunch of things that you may have not known or may have not thought about before, please say, keep it lengthy, okay? Just let me know in the comment section. Boy, Akademiks, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I got a big announcement. If you guys fuck with me on the streaming level and also even YouTube as well, I'm making a big announcement soon. That's why I've been a little bit quiet, but definitely stay tuned. It's Akademiks. Oh.